Texas business and political leaders are rallying support and calling on lawmakers to fully fund the purchase of textbooks and other instructional materials contained in Proclamation 2011. This comes at a time when a new statewide poll shows an overwhelming majority of the public wants lawmakers to buy the textbooks Texas schoolchildren were promised.
We have made a proposal that would allow the state to spend approximately the same amount of money in the coming biennium as it is spending in the current biennium. In other words, around $87 billion. Because of this proposal, it allows us to support various and sundry things which we think are critically important, one of which is textbook funding. There is what's referred to as the Proclamation 2011, which includes pre-K, ESL, writing and science, that are due to be distributed to classrooms this fall. We think if we're going to hold the school districts and the administration accountable for their performance on the new end-of-course exams and on accountability in general, we need to provide them with the materials as well to do their job. So we think that that's critically important for the state of Texas. Also, there's something in the Constitution that says that available school money should be spent on books. We think it should have first call, and we hope the legislature will fund those programs.
$3 billion has been sent over to the legislature by the SBOE, and all we're hearing in the last couple days or the last week is that $315 million some dollars is going to be available. According to the Texas Education Agency, we need some $500 million this year to fund textbooks. Yet what's being talked about is $315 million. So let's at least get it back up to the legitimate $500 million and meet the constitutional needs. This is critical stuff for our school kids in these rounded textbooks.
A new statewide poll shows 83% of Texans are in favor of lawmakers putting $550 million in the state education budget for the purchase of instructional materials.
The recent poll just released a couple days ago. Here we are, the middle of February. Those are unheard of numbers. It's a powerful issue. It involves school kids, the Constitution because of the State Board of Education and the Permanent School Fund. We've got to fund these books because clearly the public says they want it.
I'm here today to express our concerns over the fact that in Proclamation 2011, Commissioner Robert Scott has requested a supplemental funding request, and in those he covers all of the subjects in Proclamation 2011 except English as a second language and the pre-K instructional materials, and that's something we think that needs to be funded. I mean, if you're going to ask for a full proclamation funding but then go like 85% of the way, we think you should fund the whole thing. Education is definitely an investment, and it's economic development. Bilingual education is as well, and these materials have already been developed. They're expected in the classrooms next year, and we ask that the legislature fully fund all of the subjects in Proclamation 2011, including English as a second language and the pre-K systems.
There's no excuse for not taking the money from the available school fund, which is constitutionally dedicated to the purpose of buying textbooks and materials, and doing just that this session. It's our hope that Proclamation 2011, which deals with pre-K, science, ESL, and a couple other subjects, be fully funded this year by the legislature.